What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the Smart Sneakerhead in the house. I'm just doing a real quick video on just about what kicks got me into loving sneakers. So I figured I'd give you just a quick rundown, no more than 5 minutes, on what my biggest influence were in terms of kicks and what kicks really got me into the sneaker game. 8th grade, when I got my first legitimate kick. And that's what really turned me on to the sneaker game. I was always a Jordan fan just because anybody who was an 80s baby or a 90s baby is pretty much going to be a Jordan fan. And I'm an 80s baby, so Jordan was what I always wanted. But in 8th grade, this is actually a non-Jordan brand or non-Nike shoe that I got. It was from a classmate of mine that I played ball with in high school. Well, he ended up getting the Shack Attack 1s, the original OG colorway, the Orlando colorway with the white, the black, the gray, and the blue. And he actually sold them to me partially, slightly used. They were still like in incredible condition. He sold them to me for 80 bucks. So the money that I had for my allowance for how long, it took me forever to get that money. And that was my first legitimate purchase of like a signature shoe. I mean, I had Nikes, but they were never Nike Air. They were just plain Nikes that you could get from wherever, whatever type of discount store there was out there at the time. So that was my very first pair, and I was like, damn, I worship those, and then I beat them to death. I wore them non-stop because I'm like, okay, I got real kicks, signature Shack Attacks on my feet, using the pumps all the time. It was just the best experience in the world. My most influential, though, would have to be the Concord 11s, the Jordan 11 Concords. When those first came out, I think everybody was just like shocked because there weren't really any patent leather shoes of any kind that were out prior to that. And seeing Jordan come out in that, I was like, damn, they look so revolutionary, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure all the sneakerheads know how revolutionary that look was. It looked sleek, futuristic, with the icy bottoms and the 360 patent leather. It was just simple, but it was so futuristic. And I wanted those so bad. I could not get them. I didn't get any J's in high school, any other signature shoes in high school, because I just could not afford it, you know. And I had, you know, to put the little money I was getting somewhere else that was more important. And I'm not gonna stress my mother about getting kicks. I mean, it's mad different these days. Parents be competing with other parents, making sure their kids is flossed from top to bottom. But back in the day, most parents didn't care about that. They just wanted to make sure you got your education, did well, stayed out of trouble. So for the most part, I did that. But those Jordan 11s just opened my eye to the game completely. And even though I couldn't cop them, I would read them. I would read up on shoes. I would get like basketball magazines and Sports Illustrated for Kids, Slam, you know, big into anything basketball, just so I could see the type of sneakers that were out. So those would definitely be number one. Sorry about that, film. My camera just stopped on me for some random reason. My third most influential sneaker, and that again was the Air Max 95 Neons. The original OG with the gray and the neon, the gray gradation and the neon. Absolutely love those shoes. I was actually in summer school, and it wasn't because I wasn't getting good grades, but my mother and our family was big into trying to keep us a step ahead. So my brother and I would actually go to summer school to try to skip some classes, and we hated it because I struggled, but absolutely hated it. Instead of enjoying my summer, we're stuck in summer school. But anyway, I was in summer school down in VA, Virginia, and I'll never forget it. This kid, Doug, who was in my class repeating, I think it was 9th grade math, I believe he was repeating that. He copped those joints, and I was mesmerized. I was like, yo, where did you get those? Those are the dopest shoes I've ever seen. And he rocked them joints. He's like, oh, you know, he told me where he got them, even though I knew I couldn't get them or afford them. But that was the dopest runner. I'm like, I gotta get me a pair of those, gotta get me a pair of those. Again, I couldn't afford them through high school. Finally got my first pair when I was in college. And to this day, that's the third most influential shoe. But All in all, those are the 3 shoes that really got me into the sneaker game and got me falling in love with sneakers and officially made me a sneakerhead. The Shaqs, the Shaq Attack 1s, the Jordan 11 Concords, and the Air Max 95 Neons. So make sure y'all click that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment. Let me know what sneakers got you into the sneaker game. Put them in the comments below. I'm looking forward to reading that. And with that being said, it's your boy, the Smart Sneakerhead. I'm out.